Welcome to Help to Love Mindful Hacks, your trusted, curated source for self-mastery and self-improvement tips to help you become happier and more productive in your truth, to actually become your higher version of self. Here is your host and happiness and productivity specialist, E.L. Brooks.
What is emotional agility? It's the ability to be with our thoughts, our emotions, and the stories in ways that use these important pieces of information as data points about the things that we care about and the values that we hold to. More importantly, is the ability to no longer be a victim of our thoughts, our emotions, and stories that get us stuck in life. This allows us to make decisions that are congruent on how we want to live, aligned with our values and our beliefs. Most of us don't know what healthy living looks like because we've never had a true model. That's because most of our attachments with our caregivers lacked at least one or more of the 5 great functions of attachment, making our attachment styles insecure. Those functions are safety and protection, attunement, soothing and comfort, express delight, support and encouragements for self-development. And why is this? It's because systemic epigenetic trauma that is pushed downstream hinders our ability to be vulnerable and authentic. Truth is, society conspires against our ability to be healthy with ourselves. The most essential part of ourselves are our emotions. And at a social level, we convey that there are good, bad, and inappropriate emotions. And what this really translates into is at a societal level, we practice this narrative around profoundly unseeing ourselves. And this is the main cause of our suffering. We've invested in a construct that doesn't support us as individuals or humanity as a whole. As a result, society pushes toxic positivity. Just be positive. Good vibes only. These are all well-intended statements, but they're built on denial, and denial hinders us from developing the skills that help us cope with life as it really is. Now, after you've figured out your values and principles to guide you, implement the following 3 skills. Skill number 1, emotional granularity. Often people use big umbrella terms around their emotions. We ask, how was your day? It was stressful and I'm stressed, which is different from, I'm disappointed because I'm in the wrong job or I'm in the wrong marriage. So we need to go deeper. For example, this thing that I'm calling stress, what are 2 other options? Maybe it's disappointment, or it's feeling unsupported. So when we're able to get deeper and granular with our emotions, it allows us to move into strategy and action. It activates the actions through an aha moment. When we use broad strokes to describe our emotions, the solutions are often ones that don't move us to take actions. They move us to seek temporary relief, a drink after work, going to the gym, overeating for comfort and avoidance. Really, system level fixes. Skill number 2 is think about the last 12 to 18 months and on a blank sheet of paper, write down a recurring emotion that you're currently experiencing. What would that word be? For example, it might be loneliness, boredom, or frustration. Now ask yourself what need or value is being signposted by this difficult emotion. Remember, emotions, when we dig deep, are signals communicating with us that something is out of alignment and it needs attention, which means the emotions is telling us that we need to take action. Boredom, for instance, could mean that you value growth and that you don't have enough of it in your life right now. Loneliness might be a signposting that you need more intimacy and connection, so you need to take action and align with these needs. Skill number 3 is developing self-compassion. It's knowing that we're being asked to live and operate without a manual, without a playbook. So a core component to be healthy is to see yourself being in society's struggles with everyone else, not comparing or putting yourself down. Acknowledging that due to society's ways, this makes it difficult for all of us to just be. It's the wounded inner child we all share. So it's asking, what does that 5-year-old in me need right now? Is it to be seen, to be loved, or feel worthy and enough? Continuity of the self is to recognize that there's a being within us that is younger, and a younger version of ourselves that was more free at one point, free of pain, free of disappointment, and now there's an older version of ourselves that is more conservative because it's learned fear and capacity. So when we start addressing the needs of both our present self and our younger inner child, it strengthens this thread between these different versions of self. So going back and incorporating all 3 skills, you can get granular and say, I'm not feeling supported at my job, and that's disappointing. Now I'm bored, which means deep down inside, I want to grow. and I want to grow with a company, and the realization is I don't think I can grow with this company. So now I'm stressed because on a subconscious level, I know I need to make a change. I'm not living in the value of authenticity because I know that this job is not right for me. So what's the real solution? I need to find a new job. If there's an emotion that keeps showing up, there's a signposting of values and needs that are not being met. Values are qualities of action. So every day we have the choice to move ourselves towards our values or away from them. The more attuned we are with our needs, the easier the choice is to move towards our values. And that's when we know that we're exercising emotional agility. One love. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please share it and make sure you subscribe to the Help to Love channels. Join our Facebook community, and remember, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. And most importantly, stay blessed, not stressed. Hashtag 500 to happiness. Hashtag 1 of 1. And remember, honor your gift and your uniqueness. One love.